This couch changed my life. You're probably thinking how. Seems like an overstatement, but it's not. However, this video isn't necessarily about the couch itself. It's about how our brain can develop relationships between two seemingly unrelated things. A psychological phenomenon called associative memory that we can use to improve our mood, productivity, and change our emotions. Associative memory is how the smell of a fresh-baked cookie can remind someone of their childhood. It's about how certain things can trigger a sense of nostalgia or other emotions.
It's the same reason I've kept this bottle of lotion in my closet for the last 13 years. Every time I hold it and get a whiff of it, it just brings me back to a very specific time in my life. 18 years old, senior year of high school, driving around in my first car, a 1987 Camry. It just reminds me of a beautiful time in my life, memories that we'll never get to relive again, sort of like a memento to that era. Anyways, back to the couch.
See, those are relatively positive examples of associative memory, but they can be negative as well. Nowadays, we call that being triggered. Your new partner does something that your toxic ex used to do, and it brings you back to a place of feeling unsafe, insecure, and angry. Your boss speaks to you in a way that perhaps an abusive parent used to, and now the vibes are off. It's things, experiences, places, or events that spark a reaction within us. And these associative memories often happen subconsciously, and they can have a significant impact in our life, good or bad. But here's the secret. We can get them to work for us rather than against us. Let me show you how I've done exactly that. This is my bedroom. I'm a hermit crab, so it's where I do practically everything. This is where I work, this is where I eat, this is where I escape, and this is where I sleep. By the way, weighted blanket, absolutely amazing for falling asleep fast. Now, ever since the pandemic happened, we all probably know someone who lives like this. They're either self-employed or work from home. But see, the thing is, when we do all of these different things in one area, in one setting, it can actually hurt our productivity, hurt our sleep, and eventually our well-being. Now, I know that sounds a little bit dramatic, but just wait, let me give you some examples, all right? Have you ever heard the advice, don't study in bed or don't work in bed? It's actually pretty sound advice because you'd be working in a place that your body and mind associate with sleep. But when you work in bed, you're training your body to now associate your bed as a place of study or productivity. So once you lay in bed to call it a night, your mind will just continue to think because that's what you were training it to do in that place, not relax and regenerate. So your sleep might take a hit and you'll find yourself tossing and turning as time goes on. On the same coin, while you are there during the day in bed trying to study, retain information, be productive, whatever, your brain's saying, yo, wait a minute, I'm in bed. This is a relaxing place, I thought. I'm not gonna retain this information. So you won't be getting as high of an ROI on your work time as you could be if you had done it elsewhere, like a dedicated work area. You're confusing your brain is the point. Now, that's not something I personally experienced because I never enjoyed working in my bed. It hurts my back, it's uncomfortable. And maybe that example didn't apply to you, but it's not the specifics I'm trying to drive home, all right? It's the concept. It's the same reason I completely stopped laying on my bed unless I'm gonna go to sleep. And it's the same reason I don't keep my phone next to my bed at all anymore either. See, before, when it was time to go to bed, I'd bring my phone with me, I'd scroll TikTok, browse Twitter for about an hour before actually shutting my eyes. And that's probably something we've both done or maybe still do. It's detrimental in two ways. I'm physically in a place where my body should be regenerating and relaxing, yet I'm feeding my brain cheap hits of dopamine, excess information, and overstimulation. My brain's not gonna shut off. Also, I'm disassociating my bed with sleepy, relaxy time. Now, don't get me wrong, I still feed my brain cheap hits of dopamine. I just try not to do it before bed, and I definitely don't do it in my bed. Now, when I'd be 3 hours into a workday and feel a break coming, I would do the same thing. Get up, crash in bed, and get on my phone because I had nowhere else to go and sit in my room. When it was lunchtime, I'd eat at my desk. When I wanted to watch TV, I'd lay on my bed. There's nothing inherently bad about doing that. It's not gonna ruin your life, but there's just so many conflicting associative memories that my brain is building. Desk equals work. Okay, but it also equals feeding time. So now I'd get hungry when I'm there and then find it hard to get back into a good workflow. Bed equals break time. Bed equals entertainment time. Bed equals leisure time. Bed equals stimulation, which means bed equals sleepy time less and less. Boom. I became aware of how I had associative memories working against each other, not in my favor. So let's find a solution. Lo and behold, this beautiful, perfectly firm yet soft, perfectly sized love seat that just so happened to solve all of those conflicts for me. It allows me to physically and mentally compartmentalize different areas of my day-to-day life. Here's how I think about it. This side of my room equals being awake. This corner of my room equals thinking, creativity, and productivity. This side of my room equals sleepy, relaxy time. See, that's how this couch acts as a physical and mental border for these different areas of my life. Now, my desk is only associated with productivity and creativity. Now, my bed is only associated with sleepy time. I do not get in it until I'm ready to shut my eyes. Or to get intimate, but that's a Different website, different topic, and let's keep this ad friendly, all right? Now, I get it. I understand. A wonderful couch may not be the answer in your life, obviously. But remember, I'm not preaching the specifics. I'm preaching the concept here, the principle of it. The point is, if you have trouble distinguishing from one mindset to another, one compartment of your life to another, or have trouble with productivity, or perhaps trouble relaxing like I do as well, consider using associative memory to your benefit. Try having a dedicated area for each compartment of your day. And here's something fun. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical area, okay? If that's limited for you, although it does help a ton, it can also be something like lighting, for example, mood lighting. Bright white and blue lights for daytime productivity, and red or calm ambient lighting in the evening so your brain can distinguish between being awake and alert to relaxing and de-stressing. It can also be sounds. Use upbeat music for energy and hitting the gym, then a nice, soft, loungy, lo-fi playlist for study time. For example, real life. Over the last maybe year or two, every single night I sleep with the same 10-hour rain sound video on YouTube. It's like white noise. I find it super relaxing. Now, as soon as I press play on that video and get into bed, my brain knows sleepy time. It's the cues, darkness, bed, a specific sound. Is it making a massive life-changing difference? Maybe, but it definitely works in my favor and is super relaxing. See, subconsciously, your brain is always building bridges between how you feel and the environmental cues around you. So pick a few things like that for whatever you need in your life. Do them consistently, and over time, you can train your brain to put you in whatever mood or state you wish to be in. It's like a dog knowing that it's feeding time by the sound of a ringing bell, all right? We're animals. It's the same concept. Now see, it's important to optimize our daily life using tactics like this so that we can perform and feel our best, right? That's what a lot of what's on this channel is about. However, I don't want you or me to overthink it. At the end of the day, if you have a strong mindset to get shit done and have a good driving force behind what you want to do, that's most important, because then you'll get things done no matter what the environment around you is like. That's resilience. That's optimal performance, baby. So don't overthink it. I want to make that clear. But if we are aware and can use things like this to improve our day-to-day life, then cool, let's go for it. Why not? And also, I understand that everyone's different up here. You or someone you know can probably work in bed just fine without any repercussions. Not me though. I mean, I'd rather not. And understanding this concept of associative memory and how it can be applied in so many ways with so many different things really does help me. And I hope it can help you too. That's why I made this video. So if you were entertained or learned something, click subscribe so we can hang out again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.